So this evening, I'm going to finish plating this other side. I was going to finish this and reproduce that, but once again, I forgot to bring my 1/8" plate home, or strap, to finish this out, but we'll worry about that later. I got enough going on here to keep me busy. I'm going to do this side, and then I'm going to finish these two areas right here in the back. I'm going to leave the rear end area in the back for later because I don't know what this 4-link's going to do as far as the connections and all that, so I don't want to go do something and have to cut it all apart and put it back. So I'm going to fix this over here, this little spot, and this side when I get done with this side first. But right now, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing tonight. So let's get to it. I finally got all the welding done on both plates, top and bottom, the majority of the length of this frame. I didn't bother finishing up these corners down in here. I just got tired and I don't want to do it anymore tonight. I'll grind this tomorrow when I let this thing cool down a little bit. So far, the thing's staying fairly straight. I mean, it's bending here and there, which is going to happen. But also, once again, my time lapse flamed out. I tell you, man, being a baby boomer sometimes, what are you going to do? Got to call your kids like everybody else. And we'll get it figured out. I got some of it on here, but it would have been cool to see me doing this for 2.5 hours in about 30 seconds. But hey, maybe next time, once again. But that's about all I'm going to do for tonight. So I'm going to get this place cleaned up and head in. And tomorrow, or the next day, I'll finish out all these little pieces and start getting this ready for the 4-link. Can't wait, man. Getting closer. All right, today I am going to finally fix this messed up front end. I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to cut across here, over here, and down, and I'm going to take all that off. This time, I brought my sheet metal home. So I'll just reproduce that. And if I'm not perfectly exact, I've got this piece over here to copy from. So shouldn't really be that big a deal. But I am done looking at this. I want to replace it. Because that right there, that patch, as you can see, not super good. It's got a bunch of weld on here too. But that's coming off. And then I got a lot of grinding to do on all this. All these welds. Got to smooth that up. And grind for days. Yeehaw. Right, so I finally got this front piece done. It was a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be, that's for sure, but you can see it, I think it came out pretty good. It's really close to the same arch and everything as the other one. Yeah, it's pretty straight too. I'm happy with it. All I got to do now is box in the inside of these. And I'm going to probably put, like, I haven't figured out the diameter of a piece of tubing across the front of this. I'm going to get on the internet and look at a lot of these builds and stuff and get some ideas, but I don't know. I might even go with a piece of stainless tubing, make it look a little bit nicer, and then just paint the rest of it. Just leave that shiny out front. That could look pretty cool. But I'm just glad this is done. That looks so much cleaner. There's a little low spot right here. I'm not too really worried about it. I can fill that in a little bit, but that looks a lot better than all that nasty weld on there, and this is all wrinkled. It's smooth glass now. Way better. But that, all right, tonight I am going to try and make my front bar. I saw on the internet last night looking around, and I saw this one I really liked. They basically made a chevron, just a slight chevron out of round tubing, and I just liked the way it looked. Looked kind of like a dart, you know. Anyway, I've got two pieces of tubing here. This is stainless, and I've got them. They're both the same wall thickness. They're not much, but this smaller diameter is only about maybe 3/16 of an inch smaller. So I wanted to try the bigger stuff and the smaller stuff. I just want to see which one looks best. I think the smaller is closer to the thickness of the end of this tube, so I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. But when I get that all in there and I like it, I'm going to go ahead and finish boxing in this part right here. I might even box this in right here, cover that up. I haven't really made my mind up yet, but definitely box in the two remaining sides. But that's where I'm at tonight. Other than that, I mean, really there's not much more to plate. And I'm going to order my my rear end and the 4-link and all the front suspension pieces here probably either today or tomorrow. And we'll get that coming, and we can get this thing rolling so that we can get this body, set it up on top. That way I know if I have to notch out more of the frame. I mean, we got 7 inches of frame here. So bringing that down a little bit more, taking maybe 2 inches off the top of that is not going to hurt that a bit. So anyway, that's what I want to do tonight. Let's get to it. Well, I finally got this piece put in here. It only took me about 3 hours. I started on it 2 nights ago, and that one horn that I just finished and got that thing all rebuilt, nice looking. I went to put this bar back in here tonight, and it was like this. It was down on the left. So I had to go and cut this thing apart and get this thing square with the cross member. I mean, what a nightmare. This little front piece, I bet I got 4.5 hours in that, which is just insane. I did grind the frame tonight, got some of that cleaned up, a little bit over there. Got a little bit left on the back here. And then I'll flip it over and do the bottom side. But for now, at least it's kind of looking cleaned up and starting to look like a frame. But I do like the way this came out. Looks pretty cool. You can see right there, a little chevron to it. It's about as centered as I could get it. I got a little bit more welding to do on certain spots here and there to smooth it out. But I mean, if Mike paints it, he's gonna clean all that up for me anyway, so. But man, I'm just glad this is coming along. Starting to show a little progress, because this whole working on that and welding up the body, man. Whew. A lot of welding, a lot of grinding. I hate to grind. I need somebody to come in and do that for me. No. But that's about it for tonight. I'm gonna hit the barn, so. All right, tonight, I didn't do any welding or cutting or anything of the sort. I took it easy, cleaned my shop, had a lot of other stuff going on today. Just didn't want to do that, take a break. Last week, brought home a set of tires and wheels off our race cars when we used to race. And I just thought it might be cool to bring them home, put the frame on the ground on jack stands, and put the body on there, and put the wheels and tires next to it. So it gives us some kind of an idea what it looks like. And I actually think it looks pretty good. At least it gives us some kind of idea what it may end up looking like. I mean, obviously these tires on the front, too dang big, but it's fun to look at, kind of get an idea. The frame in the back has obviously got to get cut off. I'm not running a bumper. Just going to leave that body hanging over like that. Look good enough. And then as far as the frame goes, where the body is sitting, it's going to more than likely have to be cut down maybe 2 or 3 more inches down. And then the frame, then the body can drop down on top of it. Just needs to be a little bit lower. And then as far as the firewall, I don't know. It's not a lot of room, but until I get the block, I won't be able to tell, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to at least cut the firewall out, move it back. I'm hoping I can kind of retain this, but I may have to move it a couple inches back. I don't want to mess it up, move it too far, because I got these cowl doors I like to retain. But you can see, man, that frame is pretty stout. I mean, that thing's 7 inches. So I could take plenty of that out of there, and it'll still be way strong. But I got my pieces I'm ordering tomorrow for the suspension. The rear end, the cross spring, front axle. I'm ordering all the brakes and everything too. Need to get that stuff coming, because that's kind of where I'm at. I really need to get this thing rolling, and then I can start getting an idea about where I want to put this body. But it's sure fun getting to this point, kind of gets an idea, gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's pretty exciting. But I can't wait. It's been a lot of work. Still got a lot of work yet on the cab. I got to do a little bit more in the front A-pillars. They're not completely done yet, but they're pretty close. And then I got to put the doors in there still yet to cut them and get them so they're all nice and mounted in there. We can use them. Make sure they open and close. But that's about it. That's all I'm doing today. Well, tonight at Howie's Hot Rods, we're not doing a single thing. It's quiet. Just want to take it easy and just kind of figure out the things I want to do to this thing. Just kind of nice sitting here, writing things down, figuring out what I like, what I don't want. But I did forget to mention the other night, this was my dad back in the late 50s. So this was his car right here. And this is out at Formosa Drag Strip, Bakersfield. In fact, there he is right there, working on a car. That's Ernie Hashem, who's famous in our part. Out here where we live. Here's my dad again right here with his buddy at Bonneville. They're wearing those straw hats. That's hilarious. I don't know what that is right there, probably a 40 Ford or something maybe. But just all these old cars, how these guys used to run them and chop them and stuff. It's incredible. Love all that nostalgic stuff. My dad's trophies right there. How cool is that? Talking the real deal. Old metal trophies. That's so cool. Yep. So that really would inspire me, watching all those pictures of him doing that. And I just wanted to definitely build a coupe one of these days. And one of these days is finally happening. It's pretty exciting. I've always wanted to do this. I just love these old cars like this. It's so cool. Went over to Mike's the other night, and we discussed on what he thought would be good and what I thought would be good for this. And then I came home and I went ahead and ordered all the pieces. So like on the front end here, I've got a tube axle, so I can run Chevy spindles with its cross spring, but it just kind of rides behind the main axle. And then I bought Willwood brakes for that. And then on the back, I've got a 4.9-inch with a 411 gear set, and it has Willwood brakes as well. And then I got my 4-link ordered with it, and I also went and put QA1s on there. I decided to go with the QA1s because I put QA1s on my Bel Air, and when I went to lower this thing down, I put blocks in the back. Front end was giving me fits with the springs, you know. I'd have to keep putting different springs in it to get the right height correct. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to order the QA1s. So much easier. Just adjust it until it's perfect and lock them down and you're good. So that's what I want to do to this. It makes life a lot easier. And then as far as I need to get a gas tank, I want to leave enough room in there for a couple lawn chairs and maybe a cooler with some cold drinks in it. And then another cool thing was my buddy up the street, Alan, he's going to make me some bucket seats for this thing when it's almost all done. And I seen his work, man. He's beautiful work. So it's going to look really cool in there. Haven't really made out in my mind what color. I think maybe a tan leather might be pretty sweet. Lighter's better in our parts, man. It's just so hot here in the summer. I'd rather have something that's a little bit less, you know, you sit down and doesn't burn you in half. But really, I maybe go with a small center console because I'm going to put a five-speed Tremec in this thing. And so maybe right behind the shifter, go with a little small console. Put some, you know, maybe your wallet or whatever in there. And but as far as that, a soft top up here on top. But really, other than that, just all the little components that make the cars run, you know what I mean? Wiring, brake lines. Gotta get a brake booster, master cylinder for the floor, pedals, columns, steering wheel, all kinds of goodies. I mean, it can go on and on and on. But right now, that's where we're at. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. And the parts will be here hopefully soon. And we can get this thing going. And I'll get it outside and we'll look at it. We'll go from there. Can't wait. Yeehaw. Forget to like and subscribe. And I want to thank the veterans and the troops that protect this country. God bless America. And don't forget, keep burning rubber. Peace. That's it.